Hello again, we got another metal minifigure. This one weighs around 100 grams, it looks like. This is a character named Guan Yu. He was a general under Liu Bei. So this is the Eastern Han Dynasty, I believe, around the year 200, 220, somewhere in that ballpark. That's the extent I care to learn from Wikipedia because I can't pronounce Chinese words. But this guy seems to be famous. This is a building down here, and there's a giant statue of this character up on top of that building. Video games, sculptures, artwork, right? All right. Anyhow, got this from AliExpress as usual. I'll leave a link for you guys if you're interested. Alright, so got some bubble wrap, and then let's start with the weapon, and let me get rid of this screen as well. It's a pretty cool weapon, actually. It's like a dragon with a blade, right? And it actually has green eyes. Look at that. That's impressive. Got this random magnet here. Hold on. I want to tap the eye and see if it's plastic or not. Nope, the sound of it makes me think that thing is actually made of glass. It's very cool. Alright, so I gotta find a toothpick. So the blade edge has got this roughness, and it looks like, you know, it was forged. But then the smooth part of the actual leading edge makes it look like a knife blade. It's not actually sharp, of course. I suppose you could try to sharpen it, but I don't want to cut my fingers, so I'm pretty happy with this. It makes sense the way it is. The back side, yeah, interesting shaping, right? This little hook here. But this is white copper, and then we have brass, right? It looks kind of yellowish. And then we have regular red copper for the handle. Very fine texture here, going around the handle. It's like it gives me the idea like it's like a carved piece of wood, right? It's not like straps of leather. It's like a wooden handle or something. That's what it's trying to mimic, I think. Yeah, interesting details here. Yeah, that's the coolest weapon I think I've seen from this line of toys. And what is this? Is this some green paint or something? Maybe some extra paint there for some odd reason. It's just not. Or is that another gemstone or jewel bead? It's just that's not here. I gotta actually zoom in on this. I feel like it's supposed to be green, like the eyes. But yeah, I think basically there's probably supposed to be one right here, but I didn't get it. So if you want perfect products, there's a website called Coppertist Wu, and that's the real deal. They're expensive, but they're going to be perfect. They're not going to be missing pieces, and they're probably going to be cast and polished a lot better than this. But I'm actually not that bothered by this because it was so small. You could also just remove this and add paint instead, but I don't even see a need to even have that thing in the first place. And actually, it's gone now. Right? I don't know where it went. Maybe that was just, I think that was just a speck of paint. Never mind. It's not. It was just random paint. Look at this fine detail in this dragon head. Very neat. All right, little horns back here. And what is this? Is this catching pearl? Oh, you know what it is? I'm wearing a blue shirt. It's literally reflecting my blue shirt. I thought it was another like clear bead, but no, it's just actually reflecting my shirt. I think. Yeah. Okay. That's a lot of time on that little weapon. Oh, before I forget, how tall is this character? This character is 52 millimeters. Sorry, I'm zoomed in, but I want to see all the details here. Alright, so a nice highlight of this is a red bead in the top of the head. And then you have black paint for the beard, and a little bit is worn off, but that's fine. You could add black paint, but I almost feel like I want to scratch more off to show the metal and just have the black paint in the recesses. Okay, a lot of glossy green paint elsewhere, and again, some chips and stuff like that, but it's because this wasn't an expensive toy. Yeah, see, I kind of like this, where it shows the edges of metal instead of just this, because this almost looks like it's plastic, just being a solid color. So maybe, I don't know, it's almost like they want to do a paint wash instead of actually making a solid paint. But maybe you can't do that with color. I don't see why you couldn't, but all right, anyhow, the top of the head, I don't know what this would be called. It almost looks like a wall or like a tombstone, right? It's rounded in the back, but it's flat on the front, and then there's like horns coming out there. So I don't know what kind of garment or head accessory that would be called. Anyways, we got a nice pattern here around that red bead, and then the eyes are shut. I think you can actually buy a version with the eyes open, but I'm okay either way. I wasn't paying attention to that. So the face looks like it's made of copper, right? Just a difference in color. And then the hair, no, that's not actually hair. That's like a ribbon. I suppose you could paint that a different color. Yeah, I think this is enamel. It's so thick. And now you just saw me chip it off. So, but I'm not that bothered by it. I could just paint it again. And in fact, if it all chips off, I'd probably paint this red just to have contrast. Funky texture back here, right? I don't know if it's supposed to be an emblem or just a fabric texture. It's supposed to be like a dragon or something. See, it looks like maybe scales here. Well, let me know if you see anything in like a shape of something. I'm not seeing it myself. Okay, this is really crazy and cool. That's a giant dragon head on top of the shoulder, right? Look how fine the details are, right? And all these deep recesses. It's got like 4 horns. The eyes have little divots, so you could add paint in there, give it red eyes or something. Even a little bit of a fang detail. And that's sitting on the crazy looking brass shoulder armor with a funky texture in here, and then some armor tabs with maybe metal rivets or something. And then under it, well, we just got a gauntlet on the arm, and the hands, they don't rotate on any of these metal figures. I can understand why, or I think it might, I don't know. I'm okay with it not doing so. Maybe because if the hands rotated, they wouldn't stay in place, and then the weapon would just flop over. So I think maybe it's a smart decision not to have moving hands. So it looks like white copper primarily, but then you have this brass here, and then there's a little brass here as well. So, oh, I see. So the main shoulder and upper arm is brass. This is, and then 2 pieces attached to it, and then you have this magnet epoxied in place. All right. So under here, now we have a funky plating detail here. Looks like metal armor here, and then again these little tabs with some bumps. Okay, nice. So this arm, yeah, I guess that does come off, but the cape is, I don't know, let's see. So totally different arm entirely. It's like arm covered, it's an armored gauntlet, but it's then covered in this cape. Interesting. And it looks like flowing fabric. Very nice. Okay, down in there. It's very glossy. I'm not sure if I like the glossiness. I mean, there aren't many old fabrics that were glossy, right? And or there weren't, I'm not aware of many people's hair being glossy unless it just came out of a shower, right? So it's almost like they should have used a matte finish paint. Okay, little green again here, and then it looks like maybe that's a dragon head. I'm not sure what this is. Some sort of creature. You know, I'm gonna take the head off here. Yeah, some sort of breastplate or something. Yeah, funky little texture, and then on this side it's covered by the robe. Really deep recessed textures, so you could add paint in there. Smooth robe down here. Yeah, the robe is underneath the armor. Very neat. It's just smooth bottom feet, and then let's take this off. So, yeah, oh, funky. Almost looks like fangs or something. And there's for some reason some bumps here. Yeah, funky, crazy shoes. Plating or armor on the feet. The magnets here, they're just covered in like an epoxy to keep them from coming out. I feel like this whole bottom is made of copper, just based on the color of it. That's supposed to come out, but maybe... Oh, the arms are trapping it in place. It's your standard inner piece. This pretty much looks like the standard across all of them, but it's got nice deep recesses for color contrast. Yeah, a lot of pitting here. So this is definitely, lower grade figure, I think, than if you went to the official website. But who cares? I don't need to see that. It's all covered by all this. See the construction of this. Look at all the parts here. There's 1, 2, 3. This whole thing is made of so many parts. Yeah, let's see. There's a bunch of details up in there as well. So cool. Okay. Where's the head? Because that's what's trapping it in place. Alright. Jam this back up in there. I don't think you can get much articulation in the head, right? Because you have all this hair. You can get a few degrees looking left. To the right, now you got this whole thing colliding. So just a little bit of movement. This arm, obviously, you're being trapped on 2 sides, but you can actually get it out. That's actually more than I thought it would happen. That's impressive. This side maybe can go all the way around. The horns are dragging, but the magnet still keeps it in place, so I would say that's a full 360 rotation, right? Because the magnets... And speaking of which, the magnets generally are strong enough, because there's 2 connecting, that it can hold the weight of the weapon without an issue, right? So yeah, I can see here. Yeah, it doesn't just droop down like a lot of regular action figures would do. In fact, this cape is trapping it from going too horizontal, but push it out. Okay, yeah, alright. Actually, you could... Well, I don't know if you could put it on this side. Well, not really. But some other short accessory, I guess you could put in there. I don't know if they have like maybe a candlestick, maybe? That would be a good accessory, something that holds fire. Or a flagon of beer. But that's a different continent, I believe. Alright, that holds the weapon really well. Very neat. Alright, so this character is Zhao Yun. He's another general. So both of these generals would have been serving under the warlord Liu Bei. I'm not pronouncing that right, I'm pretty sure of it. So totally different appearances. Very neat. Yeah, alright. And then I do have this General Wu Bu. Probably the same time frame, but I don't think he served under the same person, or maybe hopped around. Boy, this is... Let me put these on the flanking sides. Change this guy this way. Alright. So obviously the highlight of this is just the 2 dangling ponytails. But this is definitely the most elaborate of the 3. The weapon alone, that's the coolest weapon, that dragon-headed... What is that? I don't even know what kind of weapon that would be. Yeah, very neat. This is quite plain in comparison, but all of them have these little jewel bead looking things in there. But yeah, this one has 2 in the weapon as well, so very cool. And then as usual, I'm going to pop in just a Lego, some sort of spider woman. What a spider witch. Yeah, it looks quite huge. Right, that particular one is a really tall one, but also the hairdo makes it look massive. So anyhow, well, let's let it go around one more time just for It's also the fact that it's on a base, though. Let's lose the base. That actually looks a little bit better. But the face is really huge. Yeah, where these faces, these two are kind of like Lego faces, being cylindrical, but this is definitely just a humanoid-looking face. So these two still have ties to Lego, yeah, but this just looks like a metal character. It doesn't. Other than the hands are the only thing that really make it any ties to like being a Lego type of character, and I'm okay with that. I think it's neat. I think it looks cooler, actually. All right, appreciate you guys watching another long video. We'll see you the next time I get one of these metal minifigures in.